Ja, willkommen zurück. Leider sind uns ein bisschen die
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
letzten Aufnahmen verloren gegangen. Die letzten paar Minuten. Das Rätsel haben wir gelöst mit dem Tresor.
He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Kannst du ja nochmal erklären, wie waren jetzt nochmal die Zahlen? Wie haben wir das jetzt gemacht?
Naja, also ich glaube, die Aufnahmen haben wir ja auch schon. Haben wir das schon mit dem Museum auch noch drauf gehabt?
Ich glaube, das mit dem Museum haben wir, glaube ich.
I tried talking
Ja, mit dem
to
Museum,
him.
also das mit dem.
He's catatonic.
Konnte man wissen. Ja, wir waren ja eigentlich bei einem Museum gewesen, wo wir halt bestimmte Schwert, so gesehen Waffe finden mussten, um halt in das Bild zu stechen. Dann wurde das Vieh reingesogen. Ja. Danach kam man ja dann halt nach einem kurzen Gespräch mit der Cat, Cat heißt sie, kam man dann zu einer Art Bibliothek. Da sollte man mit jemandem sprechen, da war aber nicht da gewesen. Und da haben wir heute rumgesucht und da haben wir heute einen Tresor gefunden mit so einem Pentagramm drauf und soll halt wohl wahrscheinlich magisch irgendwie verschlossen gewesen sein, weil durch diesen Sonderblick, den wir ja auch haben wir halt gesehen, dass halt der eine Verstorbene oder angeblich Verstorbene, um den es ja hier geht, der ja wahrscheinlich wieder lebt, was wir ja schon vorher mitbekommen haben bei den Spielen. Der wollte irgendwas in den Tresor machen, reinstecken, konnte aber nie, weil er so gesehen klar abgestoßen wurde von dem Tresor, weil er so verzaubert ist, und seine Frau aber, die konnte das halt irgendwas einbringen, so gesehen, in den Tresor. Und wir mussten es halt lösen, und da gab es halt eben so eine Art Rätsel. Wir mussten da diese 3 Walzen suchen.
3 Walzen, ne?
Die konnte man abspielen am Stereophon, das heißt das Ding, ne? No, und ja, da wurde halt angespielt, dass ein bestimmtes Buch muss man finden, dann beim Schachbrett gab es da ein Rätsel und so eine Art Kelch. Und
Also bei dem Kelch zum Beispiel musste man die roten Rubine abzählen, das waren 5. Das war die erste Zahl, ne? Die man beim Tresor eingeben musste. Die zweite, die war dann die 3 vom Schachbrett. Also da musste man die weißen Figuren zählen, bis auf die Dame. Also es waren halt insgesamt 4 weiße Schachfiguren und die Dame wird halt nicht mitgezählt, also 3. Das war die zweite Kombinationszahl. Und die dritte war die 9, und zwar sollten wir das Buch Band Nummer 9 finden. Ja, und damit haben wir den Tresor dann geöffnet. Also nochmal 5, 3, 9 wäre die Tresorkombination. Ja. Und nun geht's weiter.
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told, after inhaling chemicals.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Miss Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man
Ja.
might be undergoing?
Mary Colin? Wer war Mary Colin?
Very well. I'll examine him. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
Oder?
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. 30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Coleman, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder, and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Oh, ich glaube, das sind wir nie.
Ja, ich denke auch bald nie, ne? Also es ist halt hier ein bisschen...
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Blöd gemacht, weil hier die Charaktere, die sie so haben, teilweise echt sehr ähnlich sind. Ne? Vor allem müssen wir am ersten hier, wo wir am Hafen waren, dass sie die ganzen Seeleute hatte, wo die halt so viele so ähnlich aussahen. Für ein bisschen einfallslos, ein bisschen, muss man sagen, hier teilweise. Haben sie sich ein bisschen ja, nie so viel Mühe gegeben.
Chronic insomnia.
Nee, weil du jetzt den Typen jetzt anguckst, der sieht fast genauso aus wie der Typ jetzt gerade hier drüben, ne? Alle dieses längliche Gesicht so, ein bisschen hager, Bart, Haare so ähnlich immer. Finde ich ein bisschen schade, da hätten sie ja ein bisschen kreativer sein können.
You're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donna.
Listen to the way you talk, you
Weil so ist es ja ein schönes Spiel, ne? Also optisch und so, Atmosphäre, ne? Schöne Atmosphäre.
You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing.
Oh, das ist halt ein bisschen schade. Das ist auch ein bisschen einfallslos.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks. We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, but Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Oh, jetzt will ich gerade nie so genau.
Das Büro ist das. Steht auch drauf.
Ja, muss erst mal gucken, wo das ist.
have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Cthulhu.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Ah ja, bring die Alte um.
Aha. Also hier komme ich nie so einfach rein.
Die sollst du ablenken. Ja, nimmst du wieder Donovan? Ist das die Alte oder was?
Aha.
Knüppel über den Kopf.
Durch die ablenken. Irgendwas auf die drauf fallen lassen?
Da wird Dinge wohl noch einen anderen Weg geben, weil es ist ja Nebenziel, ablenken. Also du musst die nicht ablenken. Ich denke mal, wird es noch einen anderen Weg geben.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office. The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
Ach ja, genau.
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you worry about me.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan. Is that all?
Well, there might be something else. I'm not sure.
Tell me.
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
It's a quiet little town. Days go by, steady as ever. I wanted more for myself,
Das ist ein
Doctor,
weitgreifendes.
please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
ganz schön schief hier auf der Insel, wa?
What's he doing here? He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Nee.
The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
You did good work. The tranquilizer is kicked in. Now you can disinfect and bandage his wounds.
Thank you, Doctor. And as to his weight loss?
I'll prescribe an antifungal treatment for his dysgeusia. In the meantime, feed him intravenously.
It'll be done.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I'm sorry. Dr. Fuller is a very busy man.
Well, is there anyone else who can tell us what's going on?
She's our only family, you know? And we can't even see her medical file.
Don't worry. I'm aware our institution is not always welcoming. But your mother is in good hands. I'll tend to her myself, and keep you informed at once. Would that suit you?
Well, that sure sounds great to us, Doctor. Thank you.
But those are just words, so we're not budging.
Very well. At least I'll know where to find you.
Liegt die in der Küche?
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Ja, das ist schon ganz gut, wenn man überall jetzt mal guckt, ne? Weil klar, ganz kleines Büro, aber da tust du, denke ich, auch einiges, vieles jetzt an Nebengeschichte, ne? Ja, verlieren. Ich denke, man wird ja hier schon noch ein bisschen was auch herausfinden, was hier auch schief geht auf der Insel, ne? Weil viele so irgendwelche Psychosen, ja, irgendwelche Dinger, ne, dass sie irgendwelche Schockzustände hier haben, ist aus auf der Station. So ganz mäßig hier noch. Also irgendwas ist ja über der Insel, ne? Hat ja auch schon der Bulle gesagt, ne? Dass er auch Albträume hat und so, dass es auch viele wohl haben auf der Insel. Da hat wohl was.
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Mit diesem
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale. We're lacking in qualified personnel, and she knows it. Her petty punishments won't last forever.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games.
Anyway, I've learned my lesson. I'll hold my tongue next time.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Wasser abstellen. So, wie geht das?
Wahrscheinlich irgendwo so einen Boilerraum geben oder so. Ich glaube nicht, dass das gleich um die Ecke ist. Ein Riesenteil, ja, ey. Wahnsinn. Kann man ja die Übersicht verlieren.
Ja, man weiß gar nicht, ob man hier schon war oder nie.
Gerade du, dein Orientierungsproblem.
Ich glaube, hier war ich schon.
Ja, warst du schon. Hinten ist, guck mal, hinten ist das was?
Ist jetzt offen, wa? Ja.
Ach so, ist das
Ach
Büro
so,
von
ja.
dem? Ach stimmt, ja. Ach nee, weil ich gerade hinten gerade das Seil gesehen habe, aber nee, jetzt wird ein bisschen offen.
Also, nicht jetzt.
Ich denke, man muss irgendwie in den Keller oder irgendwie zumindest da, wo so ein Boiler ist oder so. Meistens ja im Keller. Ja, oftmals. So, hier musst du rein. Hier ist das Büro von dem.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Also muss ja hier trotzdem noch irgendwie hier einen Zugang geben, weil ist aber das Nebenziel, die Tante hier abzulenken.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Hatte ich eigentlich schon.
There's no way I'm leaving until I find what Fuller is hiding.
Komme ich jetzt hier hin?
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Das sind wir ja. Pierce, ne? Also sind wir das doch wohl, wa? Dort liegt. Ah.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw it, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Ist der Boiler Room, ne? Da müssen wir nämlich hin.
Müssen wir erstmal finden. Soll hier im Keller sein?
Guck mal auf die Schilder oben, steht hier drauf. Bad, Administration. Nö. Hier warst du schon. Und hier links. Boiler Room.
The door to the boiler room is locked. Where did I see that key?
Ach, jetzt sollst du zum Schlüssel gehen, den gefunden.
B.
Da lag doch irgendwo rum. Station B, sagt sie. Ne, da war hier nie. Da war was.
Doch, da war doch hier so ein Tisch.
Stimmt. Aber war das hier gewesen?
Ich dichte.
Ich glaube, da war was nass. Anderer Raum.
Sicher?
Aber sieht so aus.
Ach, warum das jetzt schon wieder?
Falsch.
Ja, ich höre schon. Aber irgendwo hier in der Nähe war das. Hier? Nee, hier war das nicht. Ja, eigentlich auch nie. Vielleicht irgendwo.
Hier rechts. Achso, so ein Tisch.
Ah, ja.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
So, wo war der jetzt?
Links rum. Weiter. Hier.
So, na geht's. Wir sehen uns im nächsten Part.